Okay, this is the Stevens house. Moved here in 1982. One of the docent told me that she had been to the site where this was removed from, which was out in down 64 in the farmlands off of 64, what is present day 64. It says that what is now western Hardy County, but of course back then it would have been eastern Manatee County. But she said that a company bought the property that this was on and donated this to the society, to the historical society, but that it was and it was moved here then, but they didn't move the barns. So the barns are still there, from what I understand. So that's a research project in the making. This is a very interesting place, a very big place. Imagine the size of something like this for that time period, and this was early 20th century and being built in the middle of nowhere, basically. I mean, they call it rural. It's rural now. It was back then. It was positively out in the middle of nowhere. One fireplace. The docent also said that this is they're representing right now. This exhibit is being represented as a Victorian age home in mourning. They're basically pretending that a child has died, and this house is in mourning. So it's draped in black, etc. I thought this was really cool. There's a walkway that leads to the open area there. There's one that leads to the open area here. So, and then straight ahead is the kitchen pantry area. So this was big for back in those days. Here is one of the bedrooms, and this I think is a 3-bedroom house. Of course, they would have kept the most recent child with them. I know the roof is new, but I don't know which of the which wood is original. I'm assuming this is all pretty much original here. It's classic Cracker style. They're calling it Cracker Gothic. Here's another room they're using for an exhibit room. I'm sure it would have been able to be used as a bedroom back in those days. So that's another one. So I guess there's actually 4 bedrooms here. Don't know anything about the additions or anything like that. It's a small person's room. Well, it could have been a fully grown man for back in those days. It didn't get very big. It wouldn't work for me. Another bedroom. They're showing this as a child's room, so I'm assuming, I guess, parents would have lived over here with the most recent child. The other children would have been dispersed throughout. And they have this area, it's a kitchen area, dining room area set up for that purpose. In my experience, in the places that I've been over the years, period houses, this was quite big for that time period. I've seen people do a lot less, or the same amount with a lot less. I should say seen a lot of much smaller houses. Basically eat in their bedrooms almost. I mean, there's almost like what we would call a studio today, but this is not like that. This is a very, very big place. And again, they would have been living out in the middle of nowhere. On their farm. It's a pretty good life to me. And this is the exterior. That was the interior. You can see here that these boards are new. These boards are probably older. But again, we don't know if they were period boards or not. This thing was moved in '82, so that's however many, 36 years, 35 years ago, maybe, something like that. This is the exterior back portion. So they had this porch here, the front porch, and again, I don't know which of these are additions and which are original, you know, when they first built it, because typically people would build these houses and then over the years add on to them. Of course, the handicap ramp wasn't there. That's new tin. We certainly have had tin roofs. I'm gonna go back in real quick. I didn't see an upper floor. I didn't notice an upper floor, but they certainly have a very tall ceiling area there, so I don't know if they would have used that for... That's interesting that it's finished and not all the way open, but it's very, very tall, so... Yeah. Very cool. Astonishing, wonderful place. So that's a very brief overview of the Stevens house.